All right. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy, I don't know what day it is anymore. Happy Monday. Let's get to work today. We have actually a work week, which means a little more huffy puffy, sweaty, breathy. Last week we really focused on core, right? And so last Monday we had a bunch of positions, right? We were in push-up position a lot, plank position a lot, right? With the renegade rows, the push-up slides, and the plank taps, and all that stuff. Wednesday we did the stability, pushing and pulling, and it had abs and glutes and core. Friday, the morning class, right? Hope you guys did the recorded one. You had the hips and all the abs and glutes. You had the 2 movement exercises, and then components of fitness, which is kind of going to be in our work week this week. You know, components of fitness would be strength training, right? And we have the quad focus exercise, the hamstring focus exercise, agility, right? Plyometrics, mobility, right? So today we're going to get warm and loose, and then today I'm going to label it as arms, biceps, triceps, shoulders, and we're going to go through the components. But circuit 1 will be the leg component, circuit 2 will be an agility component, circuit 3 will be a plyometric component. So we're going to hit those components today. But we need to get warm, right? Heart, lungs, soul. Let's get to work. Ready? Warm up loop. 10 regular squats. I don't want you to squat fast, but I do want to have a good warm-up circuit so we can get in this workout today. Hips, glutes, eyes, thighs, posture, breathe. You have done these for the first exercise of your day 113 times now, or 14 times. 10 regular squats. Take a big deep breath. 10 stationary reverse lunge. Again, this has been a very common routine. We're joint mobility. You start with safer, smidge less jointy exercises. You're thinking more strength, mobility, activation. After your 10 stationary reverse lunges, you've got your 10 wide squats. Hips, 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 glutes, glutes, right? These are common. I just want to turn that dial up a touch today. And when we turn that dial up, whether it's the warm-up or the workout, you always maintain motion, right? Don't lose motion. Maybe the tempo, we use that word a lot the last couple weeks, the tempo of the exercise might be a little quicker. After your 10 wide squats, you're under 10 alternating stiff-legged deadlifts. Remember, this is one of the longer exercises in the gym, the fitness world, because it has a longer lengthening component. I don't want to hurt myself, but yeah, you could totally quicken up the motion, but guess when the bad things happen. So you need to slowly elongate on your alternating stiff-legged deadlifts. Remember, I want to be a little bit ahead of you. When you get done, 10 narrow squats. Your feet are narrower than your regular squat. Your feet are narrower than the width of your hips. Wide squat, more flexibility. Narrow squat, more mobility. 10 narrow squats. Hips, booty, eyes, thighs, posture, and breathe. When you get done, again, this is very common, you guys. I just turn the tempo up a little bit today, the pace up a little bit. 10 stationary forward lunges. After you do those narrow squats, step, load, and push. And I've said it before, this is a great exercise. People can get a little kneesy with the exercise, or they can get a little jointy with their hips, knees, and ankles, which is why we don't start with it. When you get done with your stationary forward lunges, you got your 10 standing scissors. Lengthen those muscles that you lunge with, squat with, and sit on. Hamstrings, glutes. You don't technically sit on your lower back, but you can use your lower back for your core and your stability of your spine. After your 10 standing scissors, 10 standing runners is again a little more mobility on your standing runners. You got rotation, activation, breathing, rhythm. And remember, I don't want the little ones, I want the big ones on the 10 standing runners. Again, a little tempo, a little pace. 10 Jack LaLannes. I do want you to think stretching, right? Whereas stiff-legged deadlifts is more elongation of contracted muscle. Jack LaLanne's a little more stretching of a somewhat relaxed muscle. 10 on your Jack the lanes, and then we're gonna lay down and do the scissors, runners, swimmers, the ab core version. And that's the warm-up, because I needed to get going, but I also know it's coming your way too. 10 ab scissors, legs straight, arms straight, torque, leverage. The bigger, I don't want to say the better, but you will turn on more muscles when you do the bigger sit-up scissor. Then you go right into the big slow runners, standing runners. You do get some abs. The ground runners, you get a little bit more ab core on the runners, same motion. Elbows to knees, not knees to nose. After those 10 ab runners, you're on your 10 swimmers. I know this warm-up felt condensed, right, as a hair shorter than normal. We busted through them pretty quickly. I just know what's coming, so let's have a little fun today. 10 swimmers. You can either lay on your stomach or be on your hands and knees. They're both called prone swimmers. Go Google it when you get done if you don't believe me. It's just whether you're comfortable laying on your stomach or not. And the hands and knees gives you a little more mobility, balance, motion, activation, but you can get more contraction when you lay on your stomach. All right, shake it off. Again, I know that felt like, oh boy, what's happening today? Well, first circuit is going to be our biceps. And I want to stick to the good old-fashioned biceps. We're going to go 30 down by 5. And you got hammer curls, you got hammer twists, you got open wide. Mix up your biceps, 30 down by 5. So the number is changing. Your legs, I want non-alternating legs. And I want to use the word tempo. Tempo is maybe a hair quicker motion. Don't lose your motion. Pace is right, decreasing rest or increasing rest. Your legs, regular squat, wide squat, narrow squat, ball squat, are always 30. So we have 105 total biceps, and we have 150 total non-alternating legs. But again, I want to use the word tempo and pace. I don't mind if you hold some weight on your legs. Anyhow, are you ready? 30 biceps. Mix it up between hammer curls. You got a neutral position if you do hammer curls, not necessarily narrow. You've got hammer curl with a twist if you want to add a little bit more motion. You've got open wide if you want to add a little more torque, leverage. It'd be the harder bicep. 30 biceps and pace with lack of rest, or more rest if you need it. You're going to hit the biceps every 30 legs, so we're going to round down about every minute 10, something like that. So circuit 1, biceps, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. We're going down by 5. You've done that 100 million times. Your legs are always 30, always, which is not very nice. You can mix them up between regular squat, wide squat, narrow squat, ball squat. Don't lose motion, but I don't mind a little pace or tempo. I would love it if you mixed up holding weight during your legs. You don't have to go all body weight, and you don't have to always hold the weight, because I want to have, and here's tempo, right? Here's tempo, good motion squat, minimal recovery, just hips, 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 glutes, 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 eyes, 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 thighs, thighs, thighs. Heart rate's gonna elevate, temperature's gonna elevate, right? This is why I wasn't worried about the warm-up we had. So, mean on the numbers. Always 30 on the squats. Regular, wide, narrow, ball, 30. Mix up holding weights a little bit. I wouldn't mind if you held a little bit of weight during your legs. If you want to use that word fitness, we adjust weight so you maintain your motion and you hit your reps without taking breaks. So fitness is a very long definition. People use fitness as fast, right? That's not Completely true. After your 30 legs, you're on 25 biceps. So I want that heart rate up per request a couple weeks ago after our Thanksgiving workout, or our Thanksgiving workout. Mix them up between hammer curls. That's a neutral position. Hammer curl with a twist. You add a little motion. Open wide. You got torque. You got leverage. The harder bicep. You've got dumbbells, barbells, bands, TRXs. You could use the cable machine, right, with different handles. Biceps is a pulling motion. So you're going to have more motions, right? Now you have more positions with the biceps here too. After 25 biceps, again, you're right back on those legs for 30. Again, if you want to mix in a little bit of weight, I would love it. If you're holding weight on a wide squat, the weight is down in the middle. If you're holding weight on a regular squat, preferably the weight is up under chin. Narrow squat, you can mix up where the weight is, up. And again, if you only have the one weight, you can mix it up being in your right hand, left hand. But I don't want the weight in front of your knees. I want it on the side of your body. And a great time to work in your own weight displacement type of exercises if you have that narrow squat. Yes, yes, yes. Pace, lack or more rest. Let's increase our pace, which means we'll decrease our rest. Tempo. I don't mind the actual motion being a little bit quicker, a little bit. And I always shy away from that because people then accidentally lose motion. You always have good motion. Mechanics don't change. You're just able to go through it a little quicker. After your second set of 30 squats, I know it's tedious, you only have 5 sets of your squats, you're on 20 biceps. Mix them up as you can. If you have different tools, at the gym today, for example, they're going to go through all the biceps. The dumbbell hammer, the hammer twist, the open wide, the bar, the bands. They'll mix up their biceps a little bit more because of the tools. Today, you guys are going through the 6 sets, 30 down by 5. Remember, I hope I'm a little bit ahead of you. Remember, when this circuit's over, I got to talk about the next thing we're going to do. And of course, your eyes and ears will be on the screen. So I don't want you going fast. I do want you to get it done. Arms should burn a little bit more, right? They should be burning. Heart rate should be up. Legs are hopefully burning with the 2 sets of 30 done. After your 20 biceps, you're on your 3rd set of 30. And we've talked a lot about everybody will have a different pace. And that's based on the weight they can use, the weight they want to use, right? Those are 2 different things. Maybe you have weight, maybe you don't. Maybe you want to hold more weight, but you can't. When you get to that 3rd set of 30 legs, you don't have a lot of choices. I don't want you to think. I don't want you to slow down trying to be creative. I want you to work. Regular squat, wide squat, narrow squat, ball squat, hips, 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 glutes, glutes, glutes. Eyes, 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 thighs, thighs, thighs. Breathe and work. Breathe and work. Components of fitness. We got our arms and shoulders today, no big deal. We're currently doing dynamic legs. Dynamic in my world is multi-joint motion, multi-muscle activation. So squats and lunges and leg presses and deadlifts, those things are dynamic legs. Pace, our next circuit, or second circuit will be the agility. The last circuit will be form of plyometrics. When you get down to the 3rd set of 30 squats, remember I want to be a little bit ahead of you. You should not be starting your 15 biceps just yet. It's okay if you're getting close. You'll be on your 15 biceps. haven't touched on lever length very much, but I know there are several different lever lengths on this 6 a.m. call. That'd be the length of arms and length of legs. I'm not going to call anybody out, but we've got some long arms and long legs, and we got some shorter arms and shorter legs, and you add some weights for dumbbells and barbells and cables and all the things on a Monday morning. 15 biceps is round 4. Remember, I want high pace, which means you have very low rest. I wouldn't mind moderate high tempo. You just keep that motion alive. Fitness would be adjusting the weight so you can maintain your motion, hit your reps, and not take breaks. So you don't have to hold weight. But if you hold weight on wide squats, the weight is down in the middle, whether you have one hand or both hands. Narrow squat, weight is either up under chin, or if you have your 2 weights or 1 weight, it is down outside of legs. You could totally mix in some of those weight distribution exercises. Ski season is upon us. Unfortunately, looking at ticket prices and booking scenarios, may not be a ski year this year. If you can go on a weekday though, pretty set. 30 legs for the 4th time. I know it's tedious, trust me, trust me, trust me. When you do get done with the 5 biceps later on, we don't have a 6th set of squats, unless you want to do them while you listen to me talk about the next circuit. Round 5 is 10 biceps. Remember, you don't have to be there. 10 biceps. That'll be your last set of your 30 squats. Hammer curls, neutral position. Hammer curl to twist. You're adding more motion, similar position. Open wide. You got dumbbells, barbells, cables on open wides. 10 biceps is your last 30 squats. Tempo. You got a little bit quicker motion. I've always asked for 2.5 to 3 second reps. Increasing your tempo would bring it down to about a 2-second rep. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 1 1,000, 2 1,000. I don't mind that when I use that word tempo. Regular squat. Feet are shoulder width apart. Narrow squat. Feet are narrower than your regular squat. Don't lose motion. Wide squat. Feet are wider than your regular squat. No, they're not sumo squats. We've talked about that, right? Sumo squats is so much lower. In fact, I'm a little better when I'm not wide on a sumo squat. And that's that flexibility issue on a wide squat. Wide squats are normally elevated and loaded, so you get way down, whereas a wide squat is just wider position. After those 30 squats for the 5th and last time, you've got 5 biceps to end your circuit. 5. Yes. Hammer curl, hammer twist, open wide. You gotta adjust your tools as you do your biceps. 3 of these style circuits, but we change the components of how you do them. Biceps, triceps, shoulders, legs, agility, plyometrics. But between them, I do want to calm down a little bit. It's not 45 minutes of just this. We have 100 abs and obliques to do now. We'll have 100 abs and obliques to do after the next circuit. And if you have time at the end, you'll do one more loop of 100 abs and obliques. So that would yield potentially 300 abs and obliques with the arms and legs and plyometrics. When you get done, you are going to be on the ground. Okay, please go on the ground. Done this before. 25 upper body motion abs. Sit-ups, toe touches, jackknifes if you have something above you. right oblique. I do want you on the ground. Double lateral leg lifts, hip dips, side crunches. Then you have lower body motion abs, reverse crunches, V-ups, slow scissors. I'll even let you do hip bridges if you want to do hip bridges on the core. And then you're going to have your left obliques. I'm going to do them. Let's do these things. If you're not there yet, that's okay. 25 upper body motion abs. Now, I did say I wanted you on the ground, but if you are more comfortable and you feel more engaged laying on a stability ball, doing stability ball sit-ups, that's fine. But I do want you on the ground for the obliques because I know you always do the standing version at home, which are awesome. I don't mind loaded obliques, but I've heard people say that they wind up doing those a lot. 25. Upper body is moving onto your lower body. Your lower body is not moving. It's a good foundation. It's a good structure for your up body to move on. So, sit-ups, legs straight, knees bent, one leg straight, feet wide, feet narrow, right? So many ways to do sit-ups. Laying on the ground, ball or bench. Then you're gonna do right obliques. I'll show them, you've done them before. You can either do right side down hip dips, you can do right side up double lateral leg lifts, or you can lay on your back, knees to your left, right side crunch. 25 is the number on the ab oblique circuit, which really isn't that many if you do the 4 components, right? The 4 parts. And you'll do this between your circuits. Again, your right obliques are the right side down hip dips. Your body is moving. Right side up double lateral leg lifts. Only your legs are moving. Or you lay on your back, knees to your left, right side crunch. That one I'm not going to label as the best oblique. However, you've got mobility of hips and spine. You've got flexibility of your muscles around your hips and spine. So, they're good for you to do every once in a while. When you get done with your right obliques, you're on your hip motion abs, which means your legs are moving. V-ups, everything is moving. Reverse crunches, only your legs are moving. No, they're not called leg lifts. It still surprises me how much I hear that from my peeps. My legs are moving because of my abs. Reverse crunches, your legs start up and you focus on lengthening. Whereas leg lifts, if you Google leg lifts, you'll see people down here on their leg lifts. I want you up and you lengthen as much as you can lengthen. 25 reverse crunches, V-ups, slow scissors, slow runners, right? You can do hip bridges if you want to do that. You have that option on Friday as well. And then you'll have your 25 left obliques. When you get done with those hip motion abs. So we had a touch of pace on this circuit. Maintain pace. We just got rid of the legs and the biceps. Again, left side down, hip dips. Your body is moving. Left side up, double lateral leg lifts. Your legs are moving. Lay on your back, knees to your right. Left side crunch. That is a mobility, flexibility, activation exercise. And 25 on all 4 things. We'll do it again after the next circuit. And if you have time and energy, you're going to do that at the end of your workout. Yes. All right, let's calm down for a second. Next circuit. The agility is going to be 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. And that's revolutions if you're running high knees, butt kicks, or quicker taps. That is reps on your jumping jacks, lateral bench hops, right? Quicker things. And that's going to be the number changing, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, agility, something quick. And your triceps are always 20. You've got dips, you've got kickbacks, you've got overheads, you've got skull crushers, you've got narrow push-ups. You're going to see me go through all those things. When you're ready, 60 agility. If you're not there yet, that's okay. 60 agility. Ready, set, go. Remember, if it's running, or I really shouldn't say running, if it is quicker, if you find it easier, do revolutions. So you count the right or the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. You count one leg unless you want to count to 120. Again, high knees, you got butt kicks. If they are walking or more exerting, right, that is okay. I have always said you're going to probably work a little harder on the exertion part, whereas the running ones are a little more motion created, momentum created. Jumping jacks, the taps. Some people can handle a quicker, higher bench. If it's quicker, it's always revolution. If it's bigger, more exerting, it's always reps. Do something that's quick. 60, your triceps, always 20. You got dips, kickbacks, overheads, skull crushers, narrow push-ups. Again, I'm going to show you lots of things. Don't wait for me, per se. We're going to have people all over the place when it comes to an agility circuit. Triceps always 20. That's going to be weight specific, right? Dips, kickbacks, overhead triceps, skull crushers, narrow push-ups, always 20. Now, when I say you don't have to wait for me, that doesn't mean it's a race to the finish line, especially if you're a Northwest football kind of people, right? Man, we had a bad weekend. I don't care who you root for, it's a bad weekend. So, let's not race to the finish line. I didn't say slow down. I didn't say wait for me, right? I don't want you to wait for me. Get your circuit done. Agility, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Triceps, always 20. I will go through just to control the pace. When you do get done, we're going to have the same ab oblique circuit. So I'll basically meet you there in some ways. Don't be discouraged if you're behind, right? Everybody's different. Jumping jacks or walking jacks, high knees, butt kicks, taps. I'll even throw out there little ski hops. How about that one, little ski hops? That's an agility exercise, whereas later on we have plyometrics. Plyometrics and agility can look at as being similar, but I want you to think about the biggest difference of power that needs to be created to go the load that you have and the impact you might get. Dips, kickbacks, overheads, skull crushers, narrow push-ups. I know you've heard me say it a lot. I've had you do it rarely. When your hands are narrow on a chest press, right, bar bench press, dumbbell, you got the push-ups, you're gonna get a little more arms. My triceps wanna turn on more. You'll still get a little bit of chest. When you get wide, again, bar, dumbbells, push-up position, you'll get a little bit of more shoulders. When you have the right balance of the two, that's when you really capitalize on the chest. So people that want to work on their pec minor and anterior deltoid, that's a wide bench press. You want to work on some triceps or really finite motion, you're going to bring your hands a little narrower. So 60 agility, 20 triceps. 50 agility, 20 triceps. 40 agility, 20 triceps. High knees, right? It can be revolution, right? It's quick, it's big, it's quick, it's big. It could be walking reps. It is big, it is big. You got lateral, you got ski hop. Find something to hop over quickly. I don't need a high hop or a plyometric. You're looking for the quickness of the exercise. butt kicks, right? We've done these so many times. Butt kicks, butt kicks. Why? Right? I want a little pace. That's lack of rest. I want a little tempo. That's good, controlled, touch, quicker motion. Fitness. We adjust the weight to hit your reps, maintaining motion, decreasing rest. So this is your circuit. Get after it a little bit. Round 3 would be 40 on your agility. It's your third set of your 20 triceps. I'm not saying you should be there, but for class purposes, I'm gonna be on that round. It's okay if you're a little bit ahead, it's okay if you're a little behind, right? This is your pace, your tempo, your work. Monday, 2 more full weeks until you got the Christmas week and the New Year's week. With Dana and Dax and I did a little DoorDash on Saturday night, and it's amazing, all the Christmas lights. And if you look really closely, there's a lot of themes out there that are very 220 fun based. Anyhow, you're working. Give you a little story time, right? Round 4, 30 on your agility. It'll be your 4th set of your 20 triceps. Keep it going. Keep it going. Your thing. Your Monday. Let's go. Friday, you guys had the hips and abs and glutes and 2 movement exercises. I mean, don't get me wrong, you had some upper body, but not a bunch. Last Wednesday would probably be labeled as the most upper body of last week. Last Monday, you were in a hard, precarious, tough position with the renegade rows. That was a push-up row, the plank push-up slides, that was a push-up slide, the plank taps. Again, you're in push-up plank position. It's a lot. Again, that's when we really start talking about the components of fitness. Legs, agility, plyometrics, mobility, right? Which you'll have a lot of those choices coming up soon. Round 4 was 30 on your agility, 20 on your triceps. I'm going to say people are there, or they're on round 5, 20 on their agility, and then you're going to have your last 20 triceps, and then get your 10 on your agility to finish off your circuit. Now, I did say don't wait for me, but if you get really far ahead, you're going to find yourself waiting anyways, so you can do a little extra work, maintain your heart rate. You could do a little stretching. Don't sit there and take selfies of the screen, right? No screenshots. Hang out, work, focus. It is funny how many people take screenshots and send them to me. Why am I working out on your screen and you're not? Round 5, 20 on your agility, 20 on your triceps. Then you do 10 on your agility to finish off your circuit. I am not saying you should be there, but when you get there, do it. And then you're going to repeat the abs and obliques from earlier. So if you find yourself waiting, do a little more work. So you can do a couple extra reps of these things, or you can stretch. But I'm going to say everybody is either on the 20 agility, 20 triceps, or the 10 agility to finish off their circuit. But when you get done, start doing your abs and obliques. Because then I'm going to be able to talk about the last circuit. And then if you have time at the end, you'll just do one more set of these abs and obliques. So it's either 200 or 300 abs and obliques today. We just got done doing agility. You've already done your legs. You've done your biceps, your triceps. The last circuit will be plyometrics or mobility. You'll hear about that soon with your shoulders. So again, don't wait. Don't be discouraged if you're not there. Different spaces, mentally, physically, different weights. When you get there, 25 upper body motion abs. Your lower body is not moving. Basic, simple principle. However, sit-ups, you can play around with your body position, your leg positions, right? Toe touches, slow them down. 25 upper body motion abs, 25 right obliques, 25 lower body motion abs, 25 left obliques. Get them done, work hard, slow it down a little bit when you get to this circuit. We do have one more circuit to go. So again, you should be finishing off that agility circuit. The last 2 rounds was a 20 agility, 20 tricep, 10 agility. That ends your circuit. You then do 25 upper body motion abs, 25 right obliques, 25 lower body motion abs, 25 left obliques, same as earlier. You can change what you do, just slow it down, do it right. I really didn't want the standing obliques today because I know you do them a lot. I also know you miss the hyperextension machine here and the rotational obliques based on the people that come in here that have been online for a while. A little focus time, good time to actively recover. What is active recovery, right? That means you're able to keep doing something. You're gonna breathe and your heart rate will slowly go down. That intra-abdominal pressure will slowly go down. So you're gonna recover, but you're able to keep doing things. So if I had you doing burpees as an active recovery rest, then you can fire me. But slowly doing some abs and obliques. There's not a lot of exertion and intensity on abs and obliques per se. And that way your body can calm down. You can refocus and adjust for that last circuit. Your time, you're focusing on you. This is your Monday morning workout. Again, a reminder, you will do that ab oblique circuit at the end if you have time and energy. It's okay if you don't. I know what time it is, and I know you have another circuit to do. So when you do get there, right, one more circuit of 25 upper body motion abs, right obliques, lower body motion abs, and left obliques. I am going to start talking about the last circuit. You know you're going to hear it a couple more times. You're going to do a 30 pushing shoulder round and then a 30 pulling shoulder round. You're going to do a 20 pushing shoulder round and a 20 pulling shoulder round. And then you're going to do a 10 and a 10. So your shoulders eventually are 30, 20, 10 on both. However, you're either going to do 20 on your plyometrics, 20 jump squats, split jumps, burpees. You can also do pulsating squats and split squats if you don't want that power and impact. Or you can do mobility, standing scissors, standing runners, jack LaLannes. So the last circuit, I don't want you to think too much, but when you push 30 shoulder presses, you sit tall or stand tall, round 130. Then you'll do 20 on either your plyometrics or your mobility. Then you'll do shoulders pulling for 30, upright rows or shoulder raises. You can do any of your shoulder raises, front, lateral, and rear. We will go through them again on Friday formally, okay? So, when you get to the last circuit, 30 shoulder presses, sitting tall or standing tall, and you're essentially pushing above your head. If you do have an adjustable bench, right, you're able to change the angle of your bench, and you don't have to push directly above your head, but you do push up above your body to the ceiling. 30 shoulder presses, 20 on your plyometrics, jump squats, split jumps, burpees, and they're not technically plyometrics, but you can do pulsating squats or split squats, 20, or you can do mobility, standing scissors, standing runners, jack lanes. And remember, the components of fitness, mobility exercises, is movement of joints. I know there's a little flexibility in that, I know that, but mobility of joints. Plyometrics is a more power created, yielding more possible impact version of an agility exercise. So they can look similar. But if you don't like those things, you have the pulsating squats and split squats to decrease impact and power. Round 1, 30 on your shoulder pushing, 20 on your combo. Round 2 is 30 shoulders pulling, upright rows or shoulder raises. 30 shoulders pulling, and again you'll do 20 on either plyometrics or mobility. When this circuit is over, you can clearly be done, or you do one more loop of abs and obliques. Shoulder pulling exercises, upright rows you can do with bar, bands, dumbbells, kettlebells. You've got raises, front raise, lateral raise, rear raise, right? You can change how you do your shoulders pulling. We will go through the raises on Friday. 30 shoulders pulling, and then again 20 on your plyometrics or mobility. Jump squats, you create power because you have the load to create power with, and then you have possible higher impact. Split jumps is the lunging version of a jump squat. Burpees, you guys all love your burpees. And again, if you don't like those things because of impact, you've got pulsating squats and split squats. Mobility, standing scissors, standing runners, jack lanes. So you have a 30-30 round on the upper body, you then have a 20-20 round on the upper body, and then a 10-10 round on the upper body. Most people need to say goodbye. If you have time and energy, you have the one more ab oblique circuit to do. Round 3 of the last circuit, again, it's okay if you're not there. 20 shoulders pushing, standing tall, sitting tall. You can sit on the ground, ball, or bench. Pretty simple on the shoulders pushing. Again, if you have different angles on an adjustable bench, there are 3 angles. One is a very low shoulder press. One is a pure shoulder press. You guys have done the angle progression of the gym before. Round 3 is 20 shoulder press, 20 on either plyometrics or mobility. Today had that pace you guys have been looking for. Last week we had some hard work, different stability, core focused. Pulsating squats, if you ever do them right, you get down in your squat, and then you move about, 4 or 5 inches tops, right? You're not going fast, you get low, you stay low. Isometric is technically not the right word because you are moving. You have a pulsating motion in an isometric position per se. It maintains load. Round 3 was 20 shoulder press, 20 combo. It's okay if you're not there or starting or somewhere. Round 4 is 20 on your shoulders pulling. It'll be your 4th 20 on your combo. Again, you're almost done with this circuit. If you need to be done with a workout, you can be done with a workout. Shoulders pushing, standing tall, sitting tall. Shoulders pulling, standing really tall and upright rows. Play around with your hand width. Your elbows lead the way. You've got mobility of your shoulders, elbows, and the wrist. Shoulder raises, right front raise, lateral raise, rear raise. Again, we're going to go through these on Friday formally. You can mix up your shoulders pulling. Plyometrics or mobility. Round 4 was a 20 shoulders pulling, 20 on your combo. Remember, don't be discouraged by other people's pace. Round 5, 10 shoulders pushing. Last on your combo, 10 shoulders pulling. And if you gotta go, you gotta go. If you have time, here's one more ab oblique combo. That'll definitely be labeled as extra credit. I know that sounds weird, but as you all know, with being in school years ago or having kids in school, extra credit doesn't guarantee you an A. However, it does guarantee you a better grade than what you would have had. You like that one? No law of wedged A's, but you're going to do better than what you did. Round 5, 10 shoulder press, 20 on either plyometric or mobility. Then you do 10 shoulders pulling. And if you have time and energy, one more ab oblique. If you don't have it, that is just fine. This is a little more of a work week this week. Last week was a core week and components of fitness. Round 5, 10 shoulders pushing, last 20 plyometric or mobility. Then you have your 10 shoulders pulling. You can pat yourself in the back. If you are logging off, that doesn't mean you go run and sit down and get to work. That means you cool off, focus on you for a second. If you have time and energy, get that one more ab oblique circuit. If you have time but no energy, stretch. Happy Monday. Have a wonderful day, please.